out at Verizon, where's an area that you'd like to highlight that you all are helping sort of stitch all this together?
Definitely in that partnership that Brigadier General Blackwell said, and trying to work with the government and trying to put not only the understanding of the technology, the things that are in place, but also working on some of the standards bodies too as well to understand how do we then provide that interaction back and forth and doing a lot of the feedback. One of the things that I've seen that I am proud of and very happy to be a part of is the interaction that the government has with industry to be able to get feedback on the zero trust strategy from the industry, be able to get feedback on what's the right way to be able to do some of the risk assessments, what's the right technology to be able to put into play, and what are some of the things from a standards body, especially with the evolution of technology and things that are coming out today, and things that are coming in the future, that we got to prepare for to be able to protect the network. I mean, if you look at it today, a lot of it is understanding the risk associated with the data, which we just talked about here. How do we protect that data? What are all the things that are associated with that? How do we do the tie and correlations when we do that assessment? There's the underlying network of those physical assets, which are part of your critical infrastructure. How do I then see those different pieces and how they're all linked together, then bring it up to that virtual layer? And how do I then provide that understanding and the control of that infrastructure and that network connectivity? Getting to Major General Eubanks, what he's talking about with bringing those networks together that they're doing with the Army. It's not just bringing together that information and the boxes, but it's then having that ability to be able to see across a whole environment and be able to control the programmability, the network infrastructure, and be able to get that visibility, change what they need to be able to get resources to be able to then move that mission forward. Those are some of the things that I'm proud to be a part of. And a lot of that is only done because of the communication back and forth between the government and industry to be able to say, how do we do that? And then also then some of the things with that from the standards bodies and understanding what's happening is the clarity that's being put around that. What we're seeing with the zero trust strategy that the government's putting out is the real definition around it, and then also the unification of it too as well. We're seeing where like things like how we deal with compliance, FedRAMP and DFARS and how those are all coming together and be able to get that strategy to be able to leverage each one of those things together so that we're utilizing and reusing some of the capabilities that are there and not having to rebuild that again, so that we could then bring down some of that technical and financial debt for the government, so that you're able to say, okay, here's how do we quickly move that mission forward? How do we then leverage what industry has, and how do we leverage what we have and bring those together to be able to protect the nation itself?